uh, going in order from backwards. 2019 B 22 and then 25.
2019 B. Okay. So let's see.
I think I'm like generally like struggling more with like complex number problems. Because sometimes.
Okay, so you can bring those problems and see how we can solve it logically.
Yeah. Okay, but these ones are not just 22, 25.
Ah, 22. I remember this problem. It is one of the hardest problem of AMC. I remember. So let's try first 22. 22 and 25 you said?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't remember 25, but I remember. Let's try this. See my screen?
Yep.
Okay, it says define a sequence recursively by x05 and xn plus 1. Is this for all non-negative integers? Let n be the least positive integer such that xn is this. So this is least positive integer means after some m it will be smaller and smaller. In which of the following terms m lies? Okay, we don't want it doesn't want us to find exact m, right?
Yeah.
So in these types of problems, do you know how we should start?
Usually I would like find a few terms and look for a pattern, but
Yes,
I'm not
one
sure.
way is that, but also you should see, can we, for example, rearrange this in many problems like this? This one can be useful. But for example, you rearrange and you will find a better recursive sequence. Okay?
Okay.
Have you, for example, it is xn plus 6. This one, you can factorize this one. It is what? The numerator.
xm plus 1 and xm plus 4.
Exactly. Xn plus 1, xn plus 4, and xn plus 6, right?
Yeah.
It is equal to xn plus 1. So can we, for example, use changing variables or something like this? And here, look, here you can say this one is equivalent that xn minus 4 is less than or equal to what?
1 over 2 to the power of 20.
Exactly. Now, for example, can we define it as ym and find a better formula?
So
So in this
y
case,
n equals xn minus 4.
yes. So xn plus 1 will be what?
Uh,
Ym plus 1 plus 4, right?
yeah, ym plus 5. Yeah, so ym plus 1.
Next one is ym plus 10, right?
Yeah,
Ym plus
5.
5, ym plus 8, right?
Yeah.
So can we simplify this? Can simplify? It will be good. Or can we, for example, find a better formula in terms of these things? This ym plus 10, for example, and divide by 2 or something like that. If we can find a better formula, then it will be so much easier to work. So if we want to rearrange this, can we reach a better value or not?
Oh, what do you mean better? What would be better?
For example, look, if we want to calculate, we can take this 4 to right side, right?
Yeah.
And if you use common denominator, then we can say what? Because 4ym, so it is ym squared plus 13ym plus 40. So we can cancel this 40. Minus 4ym minus 40, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
So
you
ym
can
squared
cancel.
plus
It will be a bit
9ym.
better. Plus
Oh
9m,
yeah.
right?
Yeah, ym squared plus 9ym over ym plus 10.
Yes. In this one here, we had 4, but by this case that we subtracted, this one is a bit better, and you can say ym plus 1 is ym times ym plus 9 over ym plus 10, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we want to see for which m, the least m that is less than or equal 1 over 2 to the 20, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so here, let's calculate. Let's use the most useful idea can be what?
A small example.
Exactly, a small example. So how can we apply a small example here?
Just like on M, just like finding the first terms.
Yes, so here look, y0 is what?
1.
So y0 is 1. Y1 is what?
10 over 11.
Here look, if it's instead of 9 it was 10, it was so much good, right?
Yeah.
So you agree instead of 9 you can write 10 minus 1, then it would be ym minus ym over ym plus 10, right?
Ym times ym plus 10 minus ym plus, yeah.
Okay, so y1, as you said, is 1 minus, you can also factor ym 1 minus, or we can use this one. 1 times 10 over 11 is 10 over 11, right?
Yeah.
So we want to find the least that is less than or equal to this. So it means it is when it says find the least that is less than or equal to this, it means it seems to be increasing or decreasing.
It's like decreasing and approaches 4.
Yeah, because it says least that is this for some value. You said 4? You said what for?
Or xm approaches 4.
XM
Ym
approaches 4. Here ym is near 0,
approaches,
right?
yeah, ym approaches
So
0
first one
is
is 1.
decreasing.
This one is a smaller than 1, right?
Yeah.
So decreasing. Next one. And next one is what?
Uh,
Is 10 over 11 times 10
yeah.
over 11 plus 9. It is 99 plus 10, 109, right? Over
Okay.
11 ym plus 10. So it would be 10 over 11 plus 10, 110 plus 10
120 over 11.
over 11. So we can cancel. It will be what? We can cancel this one, 109 over 11 times 12, right?
Is there another 11 on the bottom?
11 here.
Wait. Oh. Oh, yeah, yeah.
Agreed?
Yeah.
It is y2. Check it. Y2 is greater or y1?
Y2, Y1 is times 12. Y, well, 1 is greater.
Yes. So it is decreasing, and we should see um, the growth rate, or here decrease rate is what? Here, as you can see, we can subtract ym plus 1 minus ym. Because it is decreasing, let's say ym minus ym plus 1 is equal to ym over ym plus 10, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it is, for example, 1 to this one. When we reach from 1 to 10, 11, the difference is 1 over 11, right?
Yeah.
Unlike this. So you can find the difference is around what? And we know ym is less than 1. That's not equal to 1. So, let me ask you something. Y0 is 1, Y1 is 1. When we decrease Ym, the whole fraction will be decreased or will be increased?
When you decrease ym, it will decrease.
It will decrease the difference, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Can we find, for example, so this one is decreased and we don't know how small is it. If you write it as product, ym plus 1. Here, look, because we want to consider the two consecutive terms, one way is to subtract, one way is to divide, right? It
Yeah.
is 1 over ym plus 10. For this one, we can say this, because it is decrease is less than 1 over 10, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because the difference is decrease, so look, it is something like this. Decrease, then decrease, then decrease, then decrease. So we cannot say after how many steps it will be less than 1 over 2. But for this one, the ratio, we can say this one is less than what, greater than what?
Less than 1. I'm not.
Mm, 1 minus 1 over 10. The first
It's
by
less.
0 is 1.
Less.
So 1
Be
minus 1
less
over
than.
11, right? And let me check. If you decrease this, it means that you will increase this, right?
Yeah.
When you increase this, it means that you are decreasing this. So it is
Right.
maximum happens when this one is 1, right?
Yeah.
So it is 10 over 11. And minimum is what? Try to find minimum.
Oh, because aren't you subtracting?
No, at first I subtracted, then I divided. I checked both of them. For subtraction, because this ratio will be smaller and smaller and smaller, so cannot reach special thing, right?
Because
Because
when ym is a bigger number, isn't 1 minus 1 over ym plus 10 a larger number too?
look, if you prove y is decreasing, when you increase ym,
But
the
y is
denominator will be increased. Decrease, increase. So when ym is maximum, this one is max, right?
yeah.
Okay, now find the upper bound.
Or the lower bound?
This one.
Yeah, okay. 9 over 10.
9 over 10, you consider ym is positive always, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you should prove. Try to prove why ym is always positive.
I'm not sure to prove that ym is positive, other than assuming that assuming xm is greater than equal to 4.
It is so much easy to prove ym is positive. So much easy.
Is it? How? Just xm is greater than or equal to 4?
No. Don't focus on x. Focus only on y.
Okay. Can I just say the ym plus 1 will always converges to like 0, so therefore from the positive side, so it's always like positive.
What do you mean?
That because ym plus 1 is equal to ym squared plus 9ym over ym plus 10, and since y0 is the positive number, so is all these terms in this expression.
If you use induction, ym is positive, this one positive, positive. So ym plus 1 is positive.
Yeah, basically.
Yes, so now we can say it's correct. And for one side, we can say it can be also equal. Which side?
The right side, the less than sign.
Yes. Okay. So because we could find a ratio of y0, we know is 1, right?
Yeah.
So by considering this, we can say ym plus 1 is greater than what, less than or equal to what? You should find a number, fraction, a fraction, in terms of m. Use only this one, and y0 is 1.
Not in terms of ym.
No, in terms of m only. These two question marks. Only use this one.
So ym is ym is greater than 9 over 10 to the m plus 1 times y0.
Ym plus 1.
Yeah.
Yes, or so we can say also ym is what we want to write for ym.
Okay, ym is greater than 9 over 10 to the m times
Yes.
y0.
Y0 is what?
And it's 1.
Yes, so we can ignore that. Unless some equal what?
10 over 11 to the m.
Exactly. So these are similar numbers near to close numbers. We want to find for which ym it is less than 1 over 2 to the 20, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we want to find 10 over 11 to the m. What's the minimum m? That it is less than 1 over 2 to the 20, right?
Yeah.
And we don't need to find m is exactly what. If you prove, for example, if m is, for example, in this range and we have this, and we can satisfy this, then that m is good. For example, m greater than something, less than something. One thing for this for one to try on your own.
And
Okay, so let's use some small example. If m is 2, it is 100 over 121, right?
yeah.
It is for m2. For m3, it will be what?
1000 over 1331.
1331, right?
Yeah.
We want to find something to find a better, for example, say, okay, it is less than, for example, 1/3. Okay, something like this. So, for which m, so let's try to do something. Let's try to reach 1/2 at least, okay? So this one is greater than 1/2. This one is a smaller, but it's still greater than 1/2, right? Agreed?
Mm,
Okay, so if m is 4, we can say it's what? 10,000 over 11 times this, right?
I don't know what you're saying right now.
Can you
I
hear
can't
me?
hear what you're saying right now. You're very.
Can you hear me? Let me change
You're
my.
lagging, I think.
Okay, so let
It
me
sounds
change
very
my
lag.
net. Thank you. Ah, okay, so I changed my net. Is my audio better now? Is my audio better now? Hello? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, is my audio
Hello.
clear? Can you?
It's not that clear.
What about now? Is it better now or still not clear?
It's okay now.
Oh, okay. So 10,000. The denominator. I understood it here. What? If you find something less than 1/2, it will be good, right? Because then we
Yeah.
can raise to the power of 20, right?
Yeah.
Okay, for M4, these two are greater than 1/2. For M4, it's 10,000 over 1 over what?
14641.
Yes, we can write this twice. So 1641. Okay, it is still greater than 1/2, right?
Yeah.
For M5, it will be what? 100,000 over what?
Is it 15? This is 115. There's a lot of carry now.
This one, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is greater than 1, right?
Yeah.
So let's keep writing M6 10 to the 6 over this one.
Let me check. 1651711.
But this one is so much better than this, better than this. Let's keep checking M7 10 to the 7 over, we should write this twice. 177156 1 177 1561. So it will be, let's try 1, 7, 1, 6, 7, 8, 14, 8, 9, 1. Now it is around 1/2, right?
Yeah, it's a little more than. Wait, yeah, it's still a little
It
more than one.
is still greater than 1/2, but near 1/2, right?
Yeah,
Okay, so can you approximate m is what?
like 140.
You should multiply 1 by 20, 1 for around that number. But look, it is. Can you tell me which choice is good?
C.
Yes, and we agree 140 is not, for example, endpoints, right near the endpoints. Agreed?
Yeah,
If it was, for
yeah,
example, we had 140, then we should keep writing to find this exactly what. But because 140 is far from the two endpoints, we can say it's choice. Understood?
yeah.
Okay. If you want to, for example, you can quickly find the answer like this, but if you want to, for example, make sure with more rigorous proof, here let's do something. Yeah, we prove. Let's if we calculate m8, if you want to prove. For m8, it is 10 to the 8, and we can write this twice, right? 1, 9,
Yeah.
4, 8, 7, 1, 7, 1, 1, 9, 4, 8, 7, 1, 7, 1, right?
Yeah.
So do you agree it will be around 2, 2 something, and it is less than 1/2?
Yeah.
So do you agree we can say 10, 11, 10 over 11 to the power of 160 is less than 1 over 2 to the 20?
Yeah.
And we know this one is greater than equal ym, right?
Yeah.
So by considering this, we cannot say the answer is C. We can only reject choices, some choices. Can you tell me by considering this, we can reject which choices?
Uh, the D and E.
D and E. Now, if we want to reject A and B, what should we do?
Find like a lower bound.
Yeah, so if we consider lower bound, 9 over 10 to the m. So we should prove what is less than what? Or greater than what?
M is like greater than like 140.
We should prove 9 over 10 to the power of 80 is not good. Not good means we know ym is greater than this, right? So we should prove this one is greater than 1 over 2 to the 20. If we prove this, we know this one is correct, we should prove this. If we prove this, do you agree we can reject choice A and B?
Yeah.
Okay, so try to prove this on your own. It's so much easy, right? We should say it is equivalent that 1/2 is less than or equal to 9 over 10 to the power of what?
The power of 4.
So the denominator is what?
10,000.
Yes, 10,000. And the numerator is what?
729 times 9, which is greater than 5,000.
This is this, right?
Yeah.
Do you agree it's correct if you cross multiply it's 13,000, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so like this we can reject A and B, right?
Yeah.
So here it was more rigorous, right?
Yeah.